Right, okay, so here we are. We're live. I'm not sure what you didn't hear. When those banners come up, my audio gets weird this side, so forgive me if I'm repeating myself, but I don't think you heard me. So welcome. We're going to start with the LevelUp 600. Depending on the time, I'm going to let it run, do the circuits at it's about 25 to 30 minutes per circuit. If I've got enough time, I'll run through the whole series. If not, we'll stop somewhere halfway down the line. But anyway, we're going to just enjoy them. I don't have time to fly them any other time, so that's why I'm doing one after another. And why are we doing the circuit? Because we can simulate a complete flight. So that's the background. Sebastian, welcome here on Discord with me, and Iceman there on the stream, welcome. Right, so I've started setting up, and then I thought, you know what, let's just get everything on video, because if anybody else wants to see what happened or didn't happen or things like that, we've got some video to show them. I'm just going to continue. Set up and go. Right, let's quickly look at Edge. Get that one sorted. Edge. There we go. So, it's interesting. It's not showing us the route. Let's just quickly do a refresh. Let's see if we can get this thing to show. So in the browser, it's not showing us the route at all, but when we go to actual desktop charts, I'll show you the route quickly. Display capture. There you go. So that's the route. Not sure why the one shows, other one doesn't. Not important. We're going to take off, coming down south, going back up north, turning finals. The reason for that is the ILS. I want to use the ILS. That is my plan. One of the things I've noticed is the aircraft flies quite nicely, but when we're on the ILS, they like to pop us, up and down like a yo-yo. So we're gonna have a look at that. I just want to start my ACARs. Otherwise the planning disappears. The reason I wanted to also go to those charts is exactly because I want to see all the frequencies. We know what we want. So 109.9 0.99. 1099. We don't have the MMR in here. I think it's not really realistic to expect an MMR in the 600, so that's why we've just got the normal nav radios. Our reading should be 171. And again 179. Right, also this version of the aircraft, I doubt they had the Collins MCP in Honeywell. We'll try and keep it authentic, kind of. Right, we're going to fly at flight level 110. Right. We've got 4 knots of wind, which makes it interesting because there's nothing to worry about in terms of wind anyway. Right, all of these fine. We can do all that. Hey Scotsman. Yeah, I'm doing great. How about you? Ooh, did I not export that? Clearly not. Right. How's it, Steve? Right, that's all. That's all good. Right, what do we have for a QNH 1015? Yeah, we're starting with the 600 quickly. Ooh, there's Cole. Hello, Cole. Hello, welcome, and thank you for the gift, buddy. So much appreciated. Cole, don't know what I'll do. To repay you one day. I hope my services in the community is good enough, buddy. Thank you for the blessing. Much appreciated. Right, so that takes care of that. Good. VOR can actually come off. Not gonna use that. Thank you, Cole. Same to you. Right, so that's done. That's all done. Ah, I see. Got your message, Steve. Awesome. One one zero. I'm just doing the active sky update quickly. Right. Yeah, I think you need to do that, Cole. I'll have some coffee waiting for you, like a braai vleis and some, proper steak and stuff on the fire. Yeah, we'll make a good job of it. Right. Okay. Next. Root. We're just gonna have one cost index will be 20. Right. 110. And I made a free flight OFB, so I do actually have some wind information. How's that possible? So eyesight deviation, average, plus 70. Where's active sky? Briefing. Top of the climb temperature is 6.22. Okay, well, it's not exactly correct, but that's fine. So let's just make the outside air temperature 6, and then we get the difference better that way. Right. Outside air temperature, I think I saw was 20. Wait, we can click here. Yes, 20. Right, take off 1, times fine. Let's say about make 2. Ah, yeah. Oh yes, we need to read it from the tablet now. $21.9. Right, done. I'm just curious. Give me a second, guys. I just want to have a quick look here under display variants. Auto flight. Yes. Okay, I'll hold this on. Okay. Okay. Right, I think that's sufficient. Then we're going to start our APU. Interesting combination there, Scotsman. Right, guys, I'm boosting the volume a little bit. I think you know by now it's kind of different to the Zebo. So if it becomes too much, just tell me and I'll tone it down a little bit. Thanks, Iceman. Once the engines come up and things starts roaring, it might change. So just keep your eyes and ears peeled, guys. And we'll change it again to make everybody happy. Alright, I'm not going to bother with that. We might as well just start our timer for the minute quickly. We want to get rid of this and this. Right, let's go have a look outside. Beacon is on. Right. I think technically you can put on anyone. Okay. I cannot recall the exact schematic right now, but I actually think that the one closer would probably be number one, speaking under correction. I know there was a story, and now I'm talking 3, 4, 5 years ago. That's why I'm saying I'm speaking, from what I can remember. That's not a fact. I can't remember. But basically what happens is the pump closest to the actual APU is the most difficult to reach. Okay, it's more expensive to get to. It's because of extra labor, extra time wasted, etc., etc. So the guys, if it's that one, they usually use this button. If it's this one, they usually use that button, because the other one is easier and cheaper to service. Okay, because I don't pretty much care. It's a simulation. Okay, it's not the real thing. I just flick one of them. In the Zebo itself, it's not even necessary to do that unless you are in a position where you have to comply, because of temperature or altitude or prolonged use. That's the only time I will use it, because the APU in the Zebo actually comes with its own pump. It does not need any other help. But this one, the 600, I'm not that familiar with, to be honest. I just don't know. It is probably not as bad as I make it out to sound, but Yeah, there is definitely there's a big story about the cost and the maintenance and everything. So they always use the different one, you know. And in actual fact, if you look at the stickers, just to elaborate a little bit more, that one is the aft one, okay? And so that one will anyway be closer to the APU than this one would be. But that's probably the one that's more difficult to get to, and that's why they use the forward bump. You see what I'm saying? So, I don't know. You'll have to speak to a 600 pilot to give you the whole lowdown on that. I just remember somewhere in the back of my mind there was something like that. Let's get going. Yeah. See, in this one, we also have to put the switches to continuous compared to the new generation stuff that's got an auto function and things like that. Really nice to fly the old birds a little bit sometimes. Right, still 4 knots. You can come off and then laps 5. Okay. That's done. Okay, I'm not going to bother with the clock. Whether we can have one, why not? And then degas. Right, I think that's it. Save flight number 1. Okay. Toga. Let's see.
ATO unable to find UID 7.
The 3-1, rotate. Positive rate.
Gear up. Really nice in the takeoff, really like the takeoff.
400.
Come on, Day.
$1,000.
Acceleration. You can hear it, and then it goes, huh? Yeah, no, it's more stable, very much more stable. I like this takeoff, it was really cool. Steve, sorry, I'm sitting here talking to myself. I want to say yes, that the cable thing was helping. I did take the cable out, cleaned it a little bit, pushed it back in, made sure that it's firmly in place, and I haven't had any problems since this morning calibrating it here on the stream, this morning. So whether the process that was interfering is completed and it's gone now, I don't know. Whether the recalibration eventually did overwrite, the messed up profile, I don't know. Whether it's the cable, I don't know, but it's just working. Since this morning that it started working again, it's just not stopped working. It works proper. So I'm confused. I'm just grateful. I'm just happy that it works. I mean, look, there's the add switch. It works. So I'm happy. Oops, guess who forgot to set this thing? Oops. Hello, Christer. Yeah, 600 is nice, man. Really like it too. Oh, they wouldn't have known the difference because we're not that high and we're not over 10,000 foot for that long, so they wouldn't have really noticed. It's just the system knows because it's an off-schedule descent by definition. Oh, nice, Christer. Ollie, hello. The LevelUp updates will be released when it's ready to release. I'm just not sure when that's going to happen, and it is almost ready, but I know there's one or two things that still needs to be done. I haven't got any idea of a time span. That's in management's hands. I'm just working there. I can't say. I don't know. Nothing has been published or given to me, at least. So if somebody knows, they didn't tell me. But yes, to answer the question, you'll get it. It will obviously become public when it's ready. That's a nice one, Krista. It's so interesting to watch the behavior of this aircraft, because I've got the Zebo as my reference, and then I watch what's happening here and I go, interesting. How's that for flying in the milk? eye on this yo-yo effect. And what I also want to do is this. Trim. Ooh, look at that trim.
$2,500.
Hello, Janus, and welcome to Skymatix. What do we call this? The Skymatix group and my stream. Welcome, welcome. Nice to have you with us.
Gear down, 3 greens.
$1,000.
Approaching 1-7.
I'm just keeping the autopilot on a little while longer.
300.
Approaching decision height.
Minimum 200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
I can live with that. That is rather sweet and soft. Soft and sweet. Cool.
Knots.
Yeah. I gotta live with that. It's a nice circuit. Okay, well, for whoever that counts, there you go. Right. Okay, so now just to keep it fair, okay, I am going to close down explain. We'll go to visual capture thing. Then we're going to start fresh with the 700 and do the same. Well, that is loading. Go generate a new OFP. Operations free. One 110. Generate dispatch. New flight. 700. Porto 17 and start flight. Right, so this is done. There's our loading information. Okay. Now we just wait. Right, guys, this might take a minute or 5, so if you guys need to run to the loo or make a quick coffee, this will be a good time to actually do it quickly.
On runway 17, flaps, flaps.
See how fast we can get going here. If we don't dilly-dally.
On runway 17. On runway 17.
109. 1091. One zero nine one. LPPR. 001. Activate. Execute. Port. Money. So of transition, that is true. See if the QNH is still the same. It should be. Can't change that much that fast. Right, okay, let's undock this thing, unlatch it. Right, auto black while my eye is on it. Right, then there's the circuit again. Check this thing. 51, okay, good enough. 0.1. One zero.
On runway
I'm just using
17.
this
On
somebody
runway
values.
17.
I'm not gonna bother with anything else. Somebody should just work for now. Right, that's fine. 31. Right, maps 5. That was 21.9 the last time. So let's see. 21.7. Right, so that's all done. 3 minutes. I'm gonna beat this thing. One, two, three. Right. How's it, Christer? Hello, Rab.
Hi, Nico.
Hello.
What kind of keyboard do you got, Christer?
Why do you ask?
Because that's
It's
how
a
I know you.
standard keyboard.
No, man, that's not standard keyboard. That must be some fancy mechanical keyboard, because that's how I know you come into the room. I can hear the keys. I can hear when you type. And I'm not saying it because you're
On runway
creating a problem by
17.
typing.
On
I don't
runway
mind. I'm just saying that's how I
17.
recognize you. That's when I hear you typing.
Oh. Well, I can't notice it myself, so I'm sorry. I don't know. But, okay. No, it's a standard USB keyboard.
Okay.
But my wife complains, says I'm loud typer.
Well, it's obviously because it's a mechanical keyboard, so it's a better quality kind of a keyboard. But it's got like a twang in some of those keys, and it's so funny when you come in. I can literally, Christer is here. That's all. I'm not meaning anything by saying it. I'm just saying that's how I know.
That's a good thing then.
Yeah.
Yeah. My keyboard and my cough. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, I don't know, but it's working really nice.
Good. One minute. So I beat the system. Yay! Yeah, it's me speaking the whole time with my mic muted. My son is playing his games here next to me, and it's really loud sometimes when he starts to react, so I do apologize. I'm not sure what you guys have heard me and what not, but let's start from the beginning. You're welcome for me helping you. I'm glad you sorted that thing out. Then Mooner, yes, you're correct. Version 1 is still yours. And this is the LevelUp 737. And you should be able to hear me now. Sorry, guys.
No worries, man.
Yeah, it's a bit of a problem sharing a room as such, you know. He's on that side, I'm on the side, but it's close enough we hear each other, and he's got to play his game too, so one of those things. Right, okay, I think I'm done except for flaps. Yeah, this is all working cool. Yeah, perfect. So once that's settled, I'll save the flight. Alright, okay. So, ground services, get rid. Right, so that's all taken care of. Flaps is set, let's go. Let's see how the letter was right there, okay. There we go. Mohan, can we stick to the topic, please? I don't want to talk politics or any other nonsense on the stream.
80
Talk
knots.
level up or flight simming. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to get rid of your comments anyway.
V1. Rotate. Positive rate, gear up.
Wow, what a climb. This is one heck of a climb. That other one was sluggish. This one is just, like I said, pocket rocket.
1000.
Always something, I forget just a little something. Nope, Epic. The only thing I use is enhanced skyscapes. I picked up an issue with X and Vado last night, so I'm using Active Sky with enhanced skyscapes. And enhanced skyscapes have got a bit of a tweak going on in the display there, so that's probably what you are seeing. Yes, it is realistic. Yes, it is. The moment you interfere with the yoke or the controls, roll and pitch, it will disconnect autopilot. You can in fact set it. There is a setting in the EFB where instead of disconnecting the autopilot, it will go into CWS. But that's a whole different story. So it is your option ultimately which one you want to use, if you wanted to disconnect or if you wanted to go to CWS. What do you mean you can't play with the aircraft? Different manufacturer, different look and feel, does the same job. But again, there are settings in the EFB that will have to be set for whatever systems you need and want in the aircraft. So you're going to have to read up a little bit, decide which ones you want. Hello Tommy, no worries mate, we're going to be here a little while longer, so don't worry. Don't worry. No, there are controls that you can touch, just don't mess with the yoke. I mean, it's just like in the real aircraft. If you go on autopilot in a Cessna and you push and pull the yoke, it's going to disconnect. That's just the way it is. Because in its mind, it does not know whether you're doing an emergency operation, you know, to save your life instead of it flying into a mountain or not. It doesn't have the ability to discern. So what do? You know, you just give up and let the pilot fly it. Christer, I have a question for you. For everybody, but I want to direct it to Christer first.
Yes, sir.
Do you use Microsoft Edge at all?
Never. Never, ever, ever.
They've introduced a new thing. Now, I don't know whether it is something that comes from Chrome. I've never seen it in Chrome. But remember when I was showing you guys my touchscreen was interfering with the system, and there was a little bubble that appeared on the screen and it was jumping up and down. So the touchscreen had a square and then there was this little bubble that was appearing.
Yeah, I remember.
Okay, you know what that bubble was?
Oh.
It's called visual search. It's a function of Edge. And that's also one of the things that I discovered while I was troubleshooting, and I disabled it. Okay. Now, since I did the recalibration this morning, since I've cleaned and refitted this cable on the yoke, and since I've disabled that thing, I haven't had any problems with my yoke again.
No, fully understandable.
So it's weird. I just wanted to bring it to your attention. It's weird.
It's really weird. I have either Chrome or Opera as my default browser.
Okay.
Yeah. I take away Edge any chance I get, because it interferes too much with everything. Not only the scene, but everything else too.
Interesting.
I do a lot of work in my Adobe Photoshop, and also on some websites and stuff. And I can't work with those when Edge is enabled.
Really?
No, I can't.
Yeah.
It interferes with my mouse movement and with my pen. I use a pen for my work with Photoshop, and it interferes, so it's impossible.
Have a look at that visual search. Maybe that was part of the mouse interference. I mean, we've talked about a lot about mouse interference with my problem. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
Look for, it's called visual search.
Yeah, but then there is other stuff also in Edge that I don't like. So I have an ad blocker.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I pay for, and Edge circumvents that ad blocker, so it doesn't work in Edge.
Okay, I use uBlock Origin in all my browsers. I don't get ads. The only ads
me neither. I don't have it either.
The only ads that I get is some of the featured ones that come in your timeline in Facebook, but I don't get any other ads on any application, not even in YouTube, nothing. Now I'm lying. I mean, let me explain. I'm not really lying. I don't get the ads in YouTube unless it's part of a video sequence to start. But the ones on the sides and the tops and the bottoms, these things, I just don't get them. It just blocks all of them.
Yeah, and also, I can't use YouTube on Edge. It's impossible.
Really? No, I
The
don't
YouTube
mind. Eh?
won't load. The
Doesn't I-
YouTube movies doesn't load,
I load it on mine.
but not on mine. So I don't want to get it so much time.
Yeah, I'm with
But,
you.
you know, it's very time consuming when
Of
things
course.
doesn't work.
No, of course.
I don't have time for that shit, so I just disable it.
No, I'm with you. I'm with you. Well, what I told you this before, but just for the viewers' sake, I use Chrome for business. I use Firefox for private stuff. I use Edge for all the flight simming stuff, and Epic just to make your day. I do have Brave, but I only use it when I can clearly see that one of the other search engines are trying to lie to me again and give me bogus nonsense when I do a search. You know, so then I go for Brave or Tor or one of the other browsers that can circumvent this great information purge that the mainstream guys are doing and censoring all the good information with. You know, so go that way. So yeah, I've got Tusk as well. I've got a lot.
Yeah, I understand, and I can recognize that also, but I just decided for myself I don't want to spend the time
Of course.
fixing Windows systems. I don't want to do it.
No, you're welcome. I was just curious. I mean, so I've literally changed 3 things today, and either the combination of them or one of them obviously took away my problem.
Yeah, that's great.
Right, let's see that everything is set. I presume it is 1015 again. I can just check in Active Sky, make sure. Yep, it is still the same. Recent forecast. 1015. Execute. Radio. Excellent, Tommy. Yeah, good to know. No, as long as you enjoyed it, eh? I liked it. It was really nice for me.
Yeah, it was nice, Tommy. I'm flying back now from that airport, from Wiz to live. Back and home. Doing that right now. It's a really nice flight.
I need to sort out this view in this aircraft. I'm sitting a bit not right. I have to fix it when I'm on the ground. It's difficult to really change it in the air. Something like that. Whatever. Something like that. I'll fix it on the ground. I'll have to fix it at some time. Sitting a bit too far behind and a little bit low. That's fast. $51. Epic, you can join anywhere on Discord as long as you agree to the terms and conditions. The moment you agree to the terms and conditions, there are only 3 rooms on the Discord server you cannot get into. We have a private room for private reasons. Sorry, then there's 4 actually. So we've got the moderators group of rooms, you can't get in there. You got the private room, you can't get in there. You've got the Zibo development rooms where we don't allow anybody that's not in the Zibo team in, you know, because that's where Zibo and us all have our meetings and discuss and work and so on. And that's it. But the rest, anything that you can see, because the ones that you can't get into typically is hidden, you can't see them, okay? But anything that you can see, and if you click on it and it allows you to go into, you can go anywhere in Discord. The only time it becomes a problem is when you have a hell of a noise in the background and you disregard any common sense when you go into a room, and then we'll kick you until you go switch off the noise or keep the noise down and so on. Or you can obviously come in and be on push to talk, things like that, you know, just it's common sense stuff.
And also that we always help each other. That's also quite important.
Yeah. No, look, I mean, we obviously help each other and we try and be nice and all. I'm just saying, Chris, that we've had 1 or 2 guys recently come in here, and first of all, I don't know if they understand English, and secondly, they've got such a racket going on in the background, we have to kick them out. You know, we don't ban them from the server, or we, you know, don't get rid of them. We just disconnect their session. They can reconnect when they can behave, you know.
Yeah, of course.
Tommy, I wouldn't worry about things like that. We don't keep score of lights because each aircraft works differently, and unless they've programmed that ACARS to be specific to the Zibo mod, it's probably a false positive. So we ignore all the light issues. We don't even look at that.
Gear down, 3 greens.
There's no anticipation cues here. It's like the ILS is not picking up. Look, or it's a display anomaly. There's no anticipation cues. There's no ILS reference. There is the only ILS reference, but there's no ILS showing up. This is why I keep on looking here. 1091. Ooh, look at this, look at this. I've never seen this. First time for this aircraft. LA Tyrone. Yeah, I'm just having a bit of fun, man. I don't fly these aircraft much, and I thought today is the day. So now we have a problem. We have no ILS. Then we're going to land by hand.
Good luck.
Dankie, Christer.
I'm on final.
Radio altimeter.
And flying. Look, we can see that we've got the flight director, we can see we've got the VNAV path, and I'm going way below it now, damn it. So now, there's the runway in front of us. We just fly. Yeah, I see yours in great. Where is this trim, by the way? I can't see the runway if I fly on that flight director, and we are in landing configuration, so we should be nose down, not nose up.
1,000.
I sink rate, yeah, I can see that. Every time we go above 1,000 per minute,
Approaching
it complains.
17.
I need to see my runway. There's still nothing, no indication that that ILS is even alive. Nothing.
500.
Detlef, you're gonna have to bring your mic closer, buddy.
400.
Sorry for that. If you switch to VOR,
Ah, it's too late now. I'm on 2 mile final.
approaching decision height. There.
I was thinking of letting it go just on LNAV, VNAV. It would have taken me down to like 400 foot or something. But just thought, why not fly by hand, you know?
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Wow. I think so too, Tyrone. I know I'm sitting low, but I'm also not that low. I mean, the difference between there and where I was is not the end of the world. But we're gonna do something quickly. We're gonna change this view and then just try it again, because this view is horrible. We want to be a bit higher, like so. Just look down a little bit, like so. Seems fairly balanced.
Camera
Okay.
saved.
So kids, don't do this at home. You did, Tommy? Bye-bye. Enjoy. Why? Why? Why am I getting an error?
On runway 17. On runway 17.
It's way out. Way out. I think so too, Scotsman. It's not perfect, I must be honest with you. It's not perfect, but it's better.
$5,000 feet
knots.
remaining. 4,000 remaining. 3,000 remaining. 2,000 remaining. 1,000 remaining.
Positive rate. Gear up.
Bank angle. Bank angle.
$1,000.
Bank angle. Bank angle.
Welcome to the Skymatix Air Show. Hold on to your hats, ladies and gentlemen. is the runway, so we just need to give ourselves enough clearance, turn back and go land. Check how it looks then. Tyranny, no, not in this instance, no, this is just me horsing around now. You're probably gonna turn too soon, like what I'm doing now. I'll probably have to correct myself. I'm doing this manually, Tarani. There's no autopilot on. Look, AP is off. I'm literally flying this thing by hand. Trim in hand.
That's called a cowboy turn.
You see?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nico, to check the ILS again, the frequency was 109.9, correct?
109.1. Oh, you know what? You know what the issue is? I've just noticed I've got the wrong chart up. That's why the ILS is not working.
Bank
That
angle.
is exactly
Bank
what I
angle.
mentioned. ILS runway 17
Bank
is
angle.
109.9.
Thank you, sir. Then we know what the answer is. So, there we have the ILS cues. There we go. My chart was hidden, the name, you know, at the top. So all I could see, look. There, that's what I saw. See what I'm saying?
But it was still 109, roughly.
Yeah, 109.10 versus 109.9 is kind of a difference.
Don't sink. Don't sink.
Roughly.
Flaps. Flaps. Too high. Too high.
Whatever. Okay, well, this is a much better attitude, I can tell you that.
Sink rate. Hold up. 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 Sink rate. Sink rate.
Flaps. Flaps. Unstable.
Yeah.
Unstable.
We know. We're on drugs.
Probably.
Look at this landing.
That's why we have the AA meetings here.
You see?
Yeah.
Look at that. Yeah, no, this is a much better stance. Okay, hair raising stuff. Yeah, you're telling me.
$5,000 remaining. 4,000 remaining. 3,000 remaining. 2,000 remaining.
Positive rate. Gear up.
Bank angle. Bank angle. Bank angle. Bank angle.
But then again, it's like flying a Cessna, a bigger one.
Yeah, just a bigger one.
Exactly.
Tyranny wants off. Skrister, just open the door, kick him off, man. Let him go. Just
okay.
Please. We're not that nasty. Just make sure he's got the parachute.
Why?
Ah, Sam, no,
Yeah,
we're not that nasty, you know.
Oh, okay. Parachute off.
Nico just wants to check this ILS. I need to go and fly the ILS again, and that's why we're doing this, gents and ladies, if there are any. And that's the whole story behind this last attempt. Tarani, I I'm not really at idle, no, but I'm using the. I'll try and figure out where the power to weight ratio is kind of going to allow me to go into level flight. So I'm definitely going to pull back still a little bit, because once I go level flight, you can see I'm accelerating. So then I have to trim it, and then there we go.
Yeah, hand flying level is about 60 to 70% N1, and then you trim to level up. Yeah, to level out. And you're good. So you should be able to be around 230 to 240, 250 knots, depending on winds and weights.
Yeah, I don't want to go that fast, because I don't want to mess around. Don't want to mess around with the flaps. Tyrone, 5 is neutral, so it all depends on where you get with your winds, with your power, with your weight ratios and things like that. So it's difficult to say typical, but 5 is neutral. So we're close to 5 there. Look, we're just under 5. So
yeah, but the trim setting is dependent on your thrust.
I know.
So yeah, so I'm trying to explain to Tyrone.
Go for it. Sorry.
Yeah, if you have a thrust setting of 70, you might need to trim down more.
Yeah.
Because the thrust is giving you a nose up.
Yes.
Yeah. So if you have a thrust setting of 60, you might be able to do a trim setting of 5.5 or something like that. It's always about finding the sweet spots. You aim for your speed that you would like to have, and then level off with the yoke, and then trim accordingly. That's the right procedure. So you don't climb or descend with the trim. You trim to be able to let go of the yoke. That's the goal.
Yeah, and when you're in level flight, you trim for speed. You have to get your speed stable.
Yes.
Once speed is stable and you're trimmed out, you will not climb or descend, depending on the winds, the other thing.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But if you're really good at this hand flying business, you are on descent on final, for instance. If you're really good on the speed N1 and trim settings, you really don't need to touch your yoke, because you're descending around 700 feet per minute anyway.
Yes.
If you're really trimmed well, if you're well trimmed. Yeah. So it's a kind of question about practice.
Yeah.
So flying circuits, it depends, you know. It's not easy to say this and this amount, but my great tip is to stay between 60 and 70, and then adjust to your needs. If you need a speed of 220, you can't have 70 N1. You can't. It's too much. But maybe you need to go down to 60 and then trim accordingly. So it's about finding what you want to achieve and finding your sweet spots accordingly with the trim settings. And it's all about practicing.
I don't know if you drive a stick shift car, but it's like listening to the engine. You know, you know when to move to the next gear by just listening. You know, and if you don't hear the engine, it's very difficult to drive a stick shift car. And it's the same here. When you get used to the noise, but not just the noise, also the feel on the yoke. You can feel when it becomes heavy or light, and then you know the nose is going to pitch either way, you know, up or down. And But it's things that you need to go and practice, like I'm doing here. Do you have any idea how many hand-flown circuits I've done like this in my life? It's crazy how many. And part of the fun of learning. And this circuit, the flight plan is in the description below the video. This is probably the most awesome airport in the world. You can literally do this circuit 1,000 times, you know, and still enjoy it like I'm doing, because you've got ILS, VOR, NDB approaches, all kinds of different things. And when Zibo switches on LPV again, there's LPV approaches here as well. This is an awesome circuit to fly. And the one procedure, the SID flows into the star, you know, it's marvelous. And by the way, I'm sitting talking so much, I went through the localizer. Damn it.
Yeah. But that's a great tip, you know, just practice a lot. And yeah. And don't forget to save your situations, because if you are flying on 3,000 feet on your way down, for instance, save your situation, land the aircraft and go back and do it again. Go back and do it again, over and over and over, until you get your landings and your trim settings on your way down. You can go for 7,000 feet and do the same. Exactly. It's a very good feature in the situations.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah. What do you mean no terrain? We've got a little bit of hills there on that side, but otherwise it's flat. Look, it's flat. You can really practice nicely over here. See the runway,
Get
by the way.
3 greens.
Yeah, thoroughly. They are talking about this with automatic thrust settings. There are 3 levels of automation in the Superbot, or the Boeing, that matter. There are high level of automation, medium level of automation, and low level of automation. If you read upon this and know what you're doing with these kind of levels, you also know that you could actually fly this aircraft like a Cessna, completely manual. And that's the most interesting part, I think. Because the following the magenta line, everybody can do that, right?
Yes. Hello, did you make it?
It's hard work, Nico. I've got bits done.
Okay. Well, you sound better.
I see Zebo's put another test out 25A.
Yes, yeah, but that's for the real pilots. That's high-level mathematics that I don't know anything about. I don't have the reference material to see whether it's right or wrong.
Okay, so we're going to leave that one alone.
Yeah, no, that's for the real pilots. They need to do that.
1,000.
Okay.
Okay, well, look at this stance. Just by changing my point of view, look at that.
17.
Look at how beautiful it now looks. And we're on the ILS. We're actually flying an ILS. Just so it shows you, eh?
Yeah.
Well, my timing was good.
Decision height.
Yes, sir.
Minimums 200. 100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
It felt like I was really dipping there. That's why I pulled the nose up so much, Krista. Thought I was gonna slam that thing. And then it was a nice landing.
Well, actually, if you get scared of slamming the aircraft and pull up the nose to be softer, and when the actual problem is actually the speed.
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yes.
I know. The thing is, because it was not going down as planned, I pulled the thrust away a bit too soon.
Yeah,
So
but you still got half of the runway to land on. Even now.
I know. But it will be out of the box. And you know what's going to happen? When I land out the box, somebody's going to make a comment. This idiot doesn't know how to land.
Yeah, but whatever.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
Anyway.
I can comment whatever I like.
Right, okay. Next one. Let's switch off explain. Bye-bye, explain.
Yeah, Taroni, that's a completely different story. If you are a member of the Discord, Taroni, are you?
I'm not sure.
Well, if you get to be a member of the Discord, we have a training chat room here, and there is a pinned video file of a real-life airline pilot teaching how to properly land the Cybermod. And I really strongly urge you to become a member of the Discord. Yeah.
There's only one way to find out, Irony. Get yourself a headset with a mic. Follow the link, join, and come let somebody help you.
They just run them.
Yes, Taroni, because that's how I got to fly the Cybermod. I had a crash upon crash upon crash in the Cybermod before I met Nico. I'm just getting something to drink.
I hope my explain starts this time.
It doesn't look like.
Just came up.
Try slide it. Try see.
Right, start the flight.
wait, like.
It is in the Discord channel. You can find the links to the different SimBrief profiles.
Is it turning my turn or their turn?
Just, yeah, Scotsman, just look in Discord towards the VA side of Discord. You'll pick up on all of them.
Can I bring you guys to as yourself?
Right, let's start again.
Oh shit.
What?
Nico, while I was watching your video, your live stream, I was flying the high altitude tour, and now I realize that I forgot to switch on the archives. Okay, I will have to fill a period manually.
Yeah.
I connected to Avao, but forgot the archives.
Uh-huh. Generate. Happens to the best of us, Scotsman. My little doggy wants to sit on my lap now, and you cannot, Snowy. You have to stay down there.
You have the extra room.
And?
On runway 17, flaps, flaps.
Right, we just want to take that line. Right. DNCM. Oh, I've done circuits there, eh? One day we'll take the Zebo. Go do some circuits. One of my favorite flights is there to St. Bart's with a little Piper or a Cessna. I love flying to that place. Take that nose dive down to the landing strip, or do that circle through the valley. It's just a pity the scenery isn't really good there.
On runway 17, on runway 17.
Shush, man. Right, so we have 1099, 1099. So that's at least correct this time.
Oh wow, sorry. No. We get that. No, no, no. Well, listen.
Right, I'm ready to go, I think. Let's get started. Enjoy, Scotsman. Talk later.
Ready for outside stashes.
That APU isn't up to the task yet. Tyrone, I don't keep my eye on FS 2020. I don't know which A321 you're talking about, but anyway, sounds good, interesting.
I need some.
on runway 17, on runway 17, on runway 17, on runway 17.
Okay, I think we're ready to go. If you see something wrong, shout now, or forever hold your peace. Right. Brakes off. Toga.
Nuts.
Okay.
Yes.
Remind me, what's the software to connect your PT to your yoke?
Give me a moment. Let me just get in the air. I'm thinking out loud now. Hold on. Joy to key, Uncle John.
How's it rate?
Sorry?
0.
Joy to key.
Thank you.
$400. $1,000.
Flight Simrex, thank you. I'm not concentrating. I'm sorry about the flaps, but yeah. Took my eye off the ball there.
It's looking pretty steady, stable.
Christer, I've never had a problem in the 800 really until you get to the ILS. Sometimes it's perfect and sometimes it porpoises up and down like a mad thing. So it's...
So you say it's oscillating?
Yes. So, and I don't know why. And I've given my opinions to the guys and, you know, they have to look at it. So, we'll see.
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes I have a feeling that there is some moving on the CG going on inside the aircraft.
No, not in this one. This one doesn't simulate it.
No, that's very strange because it behaves like it does.
No, what I think it is, this is my opinion, is it's a incorrect calculation of the weight that snowballs, because that in turn gives you an incorrect trim, and then when you add flaps it exasperates it, it makes it worse, because then you've got a lot of extra drag and you've got a lot of other issues that come up.
Yeah. Maybe it's like that, yes. The trims once again.
I better start prepping. I am talking to the wife. So let's do this.
That's dangerous, Nico.
No, I did my bit. 1015, she's okay. It's 400. 6. That's fine. Oops, what are you doing? Alright guys, I'm going to have to stop the stream after landing this one. I hope it's a good one, otherwise I'm going to have to do a cowboy turn around and try again quickly. Because my wife actually, she just came to tell me that food is almost ready, so it's almost dinner time. And I hope you guys enjoyed just, you know, spending a bit of time watching me horse around a little bit. I should really fly these aircraft a little bit more.
We enjoy as always.
Good. Good stuff.
It sure is. Well, thank you, Taroni. Looking forward to meet you in the Discord also.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, that's perfect. Thanks, Tyrone. No, that's Krister. Krister
What?
is the... He's asking if it's Sasso, and I said, no, it's Krister talking to you. It's Krister.
Ah, okay, yeah. No, it's not Sasso. Sasso is the real pilot,
Yeah.
airline pilot. My name is Krister. I live in Sweden.
No problem. You'll get to learn and get to know everybody. It's easy. Not a problem.
No worries. You're welcome.
Night, night. Sleep well. Lacey.
Okay.
Yes.
Could you tell Rain that my PC's down?
Yeah, I actually did. She's just obviously forgotten. I'll tell her.
Thank you.
Okay, message delivered.
So sorry, Nico. I need to go. I have to start my barbecue.
No worries. No, you go do what you need to do. Crystal, thanks for being here anyway.
Yeah, thank you for streaming. Very nice.
Cool.
Very nice. Thank you.
Yeah, it helps if you've got the correct ILS frequency, I deadlift. It was in that reload that it obviously went and reverted to the latest flight in Navigraph instead of the second last one. You know, and I never checked the name. I just read as I showed it. The name was cut off.
No, I was really wondering why it didn't catch up with the things, and so I looked to the chart and said, okay.
Yeah, thanks for that.
No worries, you can do me a favor as well. I manually filled the P-Rep, and if you want to see my Iveo tracker, I can show you for the leg number 9.
No problem. Ooh, lots of pirates pending. I like it when there's a lot waiting for me. It means the guys are really enjoying flying and logging lots of pirates.
Yeah, I did less the last time on the Skymatix. I did an Iveo tour for Air Berlin and TUI to finish that for the German division. And so I finished that, and now I start up again. A little bit more fun. Yeah. I have to leave as well. Have a nice evening, good lunch. Bye-bye. Good dinner, sorry.
No problem. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
You're down, 3 green.
Uncle John, you're broadcasting.
No, that was on push to talk. Apologies.
Might have been, but no, we heard something there. No worries.
Approaching 17.
Brake set. Very stable. There you go.
I'm having days to get this sorted out.
Yeah, man.
will be in a sec.
No problem.
400.
I'm now.
Thank you.
300. Approaching minimums. Minimum 200.
And just for the record, this is with a tailwind. Eh? Just remember.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
That was a bit soft. I think I touched the right wheel down first and then I made the landing actually. So it's not too bad at the end of the day, but anyway. So, as I mentioned, thank you everybody for watching and enjoying the time with me. I just felt I had to do it. I'm not sure I'm going to fly again. If Zebo needs me, Zebo, if you're watching, maybe we can do a test stream or something later. Otherwise I'm just going to rest. Tomorrow I've got a lot of work to do on top of maybe a flight or two. So we'll see how it goes. And you guys must just go enjoy yourself until we speak again. Cheers everybody, bye bye.